Is it working? It's gonna work, man. Is it working? What's the time? Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, is it okay? Yeah, it's working. When your baby leaves you all alone and nobody calls you on the phone, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Well, here I am, honey. Come on and cry to me. When you're all alone in your lonely room and there's nothing but the smell of her perfume, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Well, here I am, honey. Come on and cry to me. When your baby leaves you all alone and nobody calls you on the phone, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Well, here I am, honey. Come on and cry to me. When you're all alone in your lonely room and there's nothing but the smell of her perfume, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Well, here I am, honey. Come on and cry to me. The late great Solomon Burke. What's the soul, brother? What does it say? Head shake trait, cloud watcher. Okay. I joined Venus, Kim Hargreaves, Northeast posting, Moto. Ronaldo is the best. Yes, he's the best. Brendan, Vior. I don't know what that is. Fallen Slayer X, LND Jr., 2 Winnie Alone, Amzel, User 56. What's that? Hewitt. What's his? Handshake Drake, the singing boxer. Hi, I'm Michael. Hello, Michael. How are you? I'm user 420 Vibes, Beetlejuice, William, what's that say? Valley, Rascu, Dallon, Albi, what's that? Dalla, I can't even see that. Graham, Lucy, Thomas Trainer. Oh, very well. I'm England. Miriam. What's I say? Marjorie. VVT. Penny in the building. What's I say? Selatin. Suleiman in the building. I don't know Hermit. Dot joined. 44. TT joined. What's that? Laugh Cry. Alina joined. What's it say? Goldie? Arjan. Anita, Lucia, TJ joined. What's that? Danny joined. Johnny Boy joined. Box Heads. Box Heads joined. What's that? I can't see that, man. Marius? Yeah, Marius. Mike's Adventures. TRFDS. Joined. What's that? Prishta. Sadat. Prishta. all my show is scripted. I can't let you in, you know what I mean? Unless you're going to talk about boxing. Are you a boxer? Fresh start. Okay, let's get on with the show. Yeah, I was off for 2 days. I was going to come on last night, but it was too late or too early in the morning. And I had to do some stuff. Okay, so I'm back. What does it say? 6 times world champion, 183 wins, 10 losses, 2 draws. That's the record of Chuck Norris. Because like when you watch Chuck Norris, yeah, in the film with Bruce Lee, like, you know, the karate is very stiff and wooden. You know? Very stiff and wooden. But I think that really was made for the movie to make Bruce Lee look good. Yeah? And then Bruce Lee had to do a lot of stuff slow so the camera could pick it up. But yeah, the footage I saw on Instagram was very impressive. He was doing some boxing, punching a bag, flying kick. He was doing a lot of stuff, man. So, you know, Chuck Norris is better than I thought. Okay, what we got here now? Right, some sad news now. Sad story. We've got Billy Joe Saunders talking about when he met Tyson Fury, yeah? Met him at the airport, looked at the size of him. Then Tyson opened a can of drink with a glass thing. I shoved his hand and chucked it in the bin. What's that saying? Albina. Yeah. I snatched it out of his hand and chucked it in a bin. Billy said, "What are you doing? You're training here." So he started training with Tyson Fury. He didn't really want to train. He started walking, yeah. Then he started running. Then he was loving it for a week. Then he started talking about killing himself. Billy Saunders said, "Don't do that, mate. What about your son? What about your kids?" Then he was okay. And he just cracked on with it. So basically, you know, the story was on Instagram. He was just talking about when he found Fury, or rather he met Fury at the airport, you know, he was in a bad state. But what I don't understand is how you win the world title, then just sink into a state of depression like that. Because like after he won the world title, Tyson Fury went into a big depression. And even Deontay Wilder said it. Yeah? It's the same story. When I found you, you was in a mess. That's what Deontay Wilder said. I don't know, maybe you just got up so high, and then when it's over, yeah, you just sink down low. Like all these boxers talking the same story. Frank Bruno, Shannon Briggs says he suffers from Dilabating. You know what I'm trying to say? Dilabating, you know the word I'm trying to say. Basically, he suffers from bad depression. Whatever the fucking word is. Yeah? Bruno had his episodes. Ricky Hatton, a lot of them all suffer from some kind of depression. Then there was Harold Graham. He was like he was depressed or bored or something. Then he just took a job in a warehouse to keep himself busy. Anyway, Fury will be okay now because he's got all these fights lined up. But when the fights are over, that's when he might go back to depression. Okay, Andy Ruiz predicts Usyk versus Fury. Says Fury's reach will be too much for Usyk. But anything is possible in heavyweight boxing. He says he has lots of respect for Fury. So basically, you know, Andy Ruiz is saying, you know, he doesn't really give Usyk much of a chance against Fury because, you know, with Tyson Fury's skills, he'll keep him at bay with the longer reach. But anything is possible in boxing, like we saw with Daniel Dubois. Yeah? Daniel Dubois only ever stood a puncher's chance of beating Usyk, and he landed that punch, but they said it was low. So really everyone knows now Daniel Dubois should really be the champion of the world, but he was robbed. Yeah? So now the tables are turned. It's Usyk's chance, according to Andy Ruiz, is Usyk's chance to win the world title, to unify the division rather, from Tyson Fury, but the chances are very unlikely. Okay, Dereck Chisora has one man on his mind for his next fight. Ask who he wants to fight. Del Boy says the Chinese guy. I mean, maybe it's not so bad when you hear it in context, but it sounds bad. Yeah? So, you know, Del Boy thinks he's going to beat Zhang. I mean, right about now, everyone's hiding from Zhang. No one wants to fight him, but Dereck Chisora wants to fight him. Yeah? He's just going to be a punch bag, man. I mean, Zhang is like a mountain, right? And, you know, Dereck Chisora's style of fighting is to wear everyone down. Just keep coming at you, and break your spirit and wear you down. But he had a very good fight. His last fight with Washington was very good. His last fight with Gerald Washington was very good. He'd done some stuff, you know, that looked like, you know, he's thinking more. Hit low, hit high. Do you know what I mean? It was very impressive, his last fight. But you know, I don't think he's gonna win the fight against Zhang. But Zhang, you know, Zhang's in a bad situation now. Yeah, because all the people who've got belts who have something to lose are not going to want to fight Zhang. Yeah, because somebody talked Joe Joyce into fighting Zhang. Yeah, and then he lost the first fight. Then he came back for the second fight, and unfortunately, Joe Joyce lost the second fight. So Joe Joyce's career is in a no man's land now, right? And I was sure Joe Joyce was going to be a world champion. Yeah? If he had avoided Zhang and fought someone else, he could have been one step closer from fighting for the world title. Someone put Zhang in his way and he convinced him, don't worry mate, don't worry lad. He's a big lump, but you can beat him. Do you know what I mean? That person's a Judas. Yeah? So now Del Boy is going to step to him. Good luck to him. What else we got here now? Right, Shakur Stevenson interview, surrounded by interviewers, asking him about being a Puerto Rican fighter. Yeah, that was pretty surprising. Because from the time I'm seeing Shakur Stevenson, he's like this young American guy. Yeah, he's as American as the Dream, Devin Haney. And they spoke to him like he was a foreigner. Like, how do you feel about being a Puerto Rican fighter? How do you feel? Are you the best Puerto Rican fighter or something like that? Something troublesome. You know, there are some troublesome questions. So, because Shakur Stevenson knows what they're trying to do rather, he kind of says, well, you know, he's got respect for all the Puerto Rican fighters that came before him. They're all great fighters. Then they asked him some question about Felix Trinidad. He said respectful things about Felix Trinidad. Yeah? So I said, maybe I'm missing some things. I went to his box rec. It clearly says Shakur Stevenson is an American boxer. And I believe he fought for America in the Olympics. So why are you asking him about he's been a Puerto Rican fighter? What's that about? Like he went to Mexico and climbed over the wall to enter the country. Okay, Evander Holyfield predicts Tyson Fury versus James Toney. You know, there's some fantasy question. They was asking about some fantasy fight, yeah, on Instagram. So someone says, who would have won? Mike Tyson or James Toney? So Evander Holyfield says Mike Tyson would have killed him. Yeah? I mean, James Toney done good, man. He was a middleweight. He went up in weight and he became a heavyweight. Yeah? But he never won the world title at heavyweight. He never won the world title at heavyweight, but he went up. But I'm sure that James Toney actually beat Holyfield, but Holyfield wasn't fit or something. Something was wrong with Holyfield in that fight. Now, I can't remember the exact story, but I'm sure James Toney surprised Holyfield with a shock defeat at heavyweight. Right, Andy Ruiz says the only person not scared to fight Wilder is him. So basically, you know, Andy Ruiz was offered a purse to fight Deontay Wilder, yeah? He deemed the purse not to be enough. He said, why would I go lower than the last purse I earned? I'm supposed to go up, not down. So, now the talks have all subsided, yeah? And Andy Ruiz sees his chances of fighting Wilder and earning any money at all are slipping away. Now I think he's trying to grasp the fight with both hands. Yeah. Okay, another question. Can KSI knock out Tommy Fury? Why not? Why not? Yeah? I mean, at the end of the day, what I see is that KSI is focused on boxing. You can see how he trains. Yeah? He's looking like a professional boxer now. When he first started, he was just looking like someone who was very aggressive and was swinging. Yeah? Now he's looking like a professional boxer. Meanwhile, Tommy Fury is saying that he wants to go to Hollywood to be an actor. So, say someone starts hitting you in the face, what are you going to think? You're going to turn. Because you don't want your face to get spoiled because you think you're not going to get the next movie role. Yeah? So let's say, Chisora has been... what's that? Dan Lynch. Chisora has been punch drunk for years. He will fight anyone and it will be his downfall. Episodes honestly shows you've never had depression. Yeah, I know it's an emotive subject, Jamie, but I never spoke contemptuously about anybody with depression or Tyson Fury. Yeah? Okay, to answer this one here from Dan Lynch. Yeah, Chisora has been punch drunk for years. He'll fight anyone. You know something? Like Dereck Chisora, yeah? You know, like you say, people think he's punch drunk, and when he flung the table, yeah, and everybody's scared of him, yeah? They're in awe of him. They're secretly scared of him because they don't know what he's going to do next. You know, he's unpredictable. So, you know, like what you were saying there, that was my image of him. Yeah, he's punch drunk. Then like, about a month ago, I see this guy give an interview. Yeah, the guy was so intelligent and so articulate. You know, I nearly forgot, you know, that he's university educated. He come from some rich family in Zimbabwe. He's educated. He went to a private school. So even in his state of being punch drunk, as you call it, he's still more intelligent than the rest of them, than 99% of the rest of the boxers. If you had an interview he gave, The dude's sharp, man. He's a businessman. He's sharp. And all them deals in Saudi Arabia, he's brokering them deals. So how punch drunk can he be? Carlos in the building. Texas chicken. Oh my God. Talking about the Texas chicken. Yeah, I was passing down the road the other day. And I saw they had, got this new chicken. What do they call it? Popeyes. Yeah, Popeyes. Every time I hear about Popeyes in America, it's like they're fighting, there's a riot, some mad behavior, a fight. So, I passed up the road and I saw they're going to open this Popeyes, yeah? So I passed there today. The place was rammed out. The place was rammed out. I'm like, look at these people. They went there just to eat this chicken. Can it be that good? But I think when they start something new and there's a lot of publicity about it, everyone just wants to go there to see what the fuss is about. So some guy comes along, yeah, he's riding a unicycle. You know them one-wheel bikes? Them one-wheel electric things. He comes along on that. Look at this fucking guy. He's a joker. Yeah? He comes on the one-wheel bike. He's grinning like he's doing something clever to go into Popeyes. I was like, the circus is really here today, isn't it? Jon Snow, it's Rocky. Maya Duna in the building. Okay. What we got here now? Yeah, Dereck Chisora. Anyway, good luck to Dereck Chisora. Right. What else we got here now? Right. Okay, what else we got here now? We got Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez, February the 24th. Yeah, I mean, Ryan Garcia should not be fighting Teofimo Lopez. Yeah? Ryan Garcia should not be fighting Teofimo Lopez. Yeah? Oscar De La Hoya is setting it up. I think Oscar De La Hoya is trying to destroy him because he kind of left Golden Boy, whatever the situation is. He went down to train with Errol Spence, Charlo, what's his name? Frank Martin. Who else is there? A lot of different fighters are training with this dude. Yeah? I think Golden Boy is trying to set him up because he's just coming off of a bad loss to Tank Davis, and many people think he quit the fight. Yeah, so if he goes to fight Teofimo Lopez, and the chances are there's 99% chance he's gonna get beaten up badly and knocked out. What happens to Ryan Garcia? Why would Oscar De La Hoya steer him in that direction? What Oscar De La Hoya is supposed to do, give him 2 or 3 easy fights, no minimum of 2 or 3 easy fights. You need to build his confidence back up. You have to make the public believe this dude is a serious boxing prospect. If he fights Teofimo Lopez and he loses, who would give a damn about Ryan Garcia? He'd be like, oh, Ryan Garcia. It's just that Instagram geezer. He's an Instagram. He was a model, but then he became a boxer. Then he got done over. Do you know what I mean? Don't make him fight Teofimo Lopez. No way. No way should Ryan Garcia be fighting Teofimo Lopez. Forget that. Okay, we got Anthony Joshua versus Filip Hrgovic for the vacant title. Eddie Hearn says the best of AJ is yet to come. AJ wants to win the heavyweight title for the 3rd time. It's possible. Yeah? Here we go. Jon Snow. what do you think of AJ? I'm going to say that right now. Yeah? So basically, I think AJ can win the world title for the 3rd time. Why not? Yeah? He can win that for the 3rd time. I followed him on Instagram, and he done a video Friday, and he said he's going to play some music. Some people might not like it, and he was playing all kind of gospel music, gospel-based music. So, you know, I think, you know, he's finding strength from this music, from gospel, from God, whatever. Yeah? So I believe he can win the world title for the 3rd time. He can do it, man. It's hard enough to win it once, then to win it the 2nd time. Yeah, he can win it for the 3rd time. Depends who he fights. Yeah? If he fights Usyk, no one's going to doubt AJ can beat Usyk now, after seeing what Dubois done to him. Before AJ fought, Dominic Dubois fought Usyk, everybody be like, oh no, AJ can't beat him. But now after seeing what Triple D done to him, you know, everybody would think, well then AJ, yeah, he can do it, man. Yeah, he can definitely do it. And you know, Eddie Hearn believes in him. Yeah, Eddie Hearn believes in him, and he said he's been with working with Joshua for 10 years. He says the best of Anthony Joshua is yet to come. Yeah, is yet to come. I believe he can. So, you know, if people give him a chance, stop running him down, stop slagging him off, yeah, he can do it. Yeah, the last fights he fought very tentatively, because that's what he had to do. He didn't have to rush in there. Yeah, and I've seen videos, and they were all saying Anthony Joshua overstretches. Yeah, he overstretches himself. So if they're all saying that, yeah, that means the fighters will be training to hit him with a counter punch. So that's what he's not doing. He's not rushing in, wow, 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 wow. He's tentative, keeping it, staying back, staying out of range, using his long reach. Yeah, is what he should be doing. So just give him a chance, yeah, and he can win the world title for the 3rd time. What's that? A1456. Howard Unknown joined. Okay, we've got Canelo was stopped. This is what I'm saying now. Canelo was stopped by interviewing asked. Oscar De La Hoya says you and Ryan Garcia. You see what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya is trying to set him up. Yeah? Canelo blinked hard. He said, you're joking. Turned and walked off. He didn't even give the interviewer any second time. Like, for Canelo to ask him about Ryan Garcia, it's like an insult. He sees Ryan Garcia as a little kid, a little skinny kid. You're talking to me about fighting Ryan Garcia. He said, you're joking. And he just walked off. Yeah? So that's twice we have it now. We got Oscar De La Hoya trying to fix Ryan Garcia up to fight Teofimo Lopez. And worse than Teofimo Lopez and more powerful than Teofimo Lopez is Canelo. Do you think after we saw Ryan Garcia lose to Tank Davis, he should be going anywhere near Canelo? It's a joke. Don't you feel like crying? Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah. So anyway, that's it, man. Yeah, I've got another subject here, but I think I'll continue with that tomorrow. Yeah. So basically, yeah, there was a I won't even go into it. Right now, there's a storm on Instagram that I caused. Yeah, there's a old footage of Nigel Benn sparring. Yeah, or not even sparring, training with Roberta Duran, and like Roberta Duran is looking cute, yeah, slipping punches, and at one time he hits Nigel Benn around the head with both gloves. So everybody's convinced that Roberta Duran would have beaten Nigel Benn. And I said Nigel Benn would have knocked him out. So all day the comments have been coming. It's amazing how emotional people get. Yeah? All day the comments have been coming. We'll speak about that tomorrow. Jamie J in the building, 97. Let me go for this one more time. Let me try this one more time. When your baby leaves you all alone and nobody calls you on the phone, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Well, here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. When you're all alone in your lonely room and there's nothing but the smell of her perfume, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Well, here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. Jack in the building, Abdul in the building. All right, I'm off. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated, and I'm out. Max joined. Writing. This goddamn thing ain't turning off. G Unit. Patricia joined. What's that? Anne-Marie O'Donnell. Gallagher. What's that? Call Me. There we go. I'm out. Thanks for tuning in. What did I say? Africa Rec? What did I say? Yeah, Africa Rec. Raymond in the building.